Very important day for the bank Nifty. We will have the second largest lender arguably in the private space putting out its numbers. That's Kotak Mahindra Bank, and it's expected to be a rather stable set, I might add. Just like HDFC, who is the leader in the sector, it seems according to brokers that this bank is going to be able to not only grow their credit, but they're going to be able to do so while maintaining their asset quality, and they're going to have a decent profit figure as well despite heightened provision. So let me walk you through first what the numbers are going to look like. NII, which is your net interest income, which is interest earned minus interest expended, is expected to come in at 3,780 crore versus last year's 3,350. So that's a 15-16% credit growth. On the profit front, we're looking at 1,600 versus last year's 1,700, 100 crore drop. But if you look at the fact that provisions are going to be considerably higher, and they have been on average at least 2x of what they are usually, that's a fairly decent figure. This same point which I just made only gets further reflected when you look at the operating profit, which is the bank's profit prior to any provisions. That is expected to come in at 2,900 crore versus 2,500 crore. So that's nearly 18% growth YOY, which shows that if the bank did not have to provide for all these bad loans during COVID, or restructuring due to interest on interest waiver, etc., that the bank is actually running a fairly stable and profitability has improved. So those were the headline numbers. Now, in terms of the factors we'll be looking out for, A, can they grow credit, right? So loan growth on a sequential basis will be important. B, what's going to happen to the margin? So you have low cost fund deposits and low cost of fund in general in the environment, low interest rates. So what can happen to this 5% net interest margin, which is actually higher than even an HDFC? So is it going to continue to move upwards? Is it going to taper off slightly? That's also something that's important to the market. We then have credit cost expectations. So for HDFC, they had 150, 200, 250, and depending on how much they can slash that credit cost, the earnings can grow considerably. Here for Kotak, being the most diversified and, arguably the most prudent bank in the sector, people think the credit cost is very low and likely to be in the range of 150 to 160 bips. But obviously that's something that we will have an update for you at 4 p.m. when the results are out. Asset quality outlook, general NPA movement, slippages, how much would have been the slippages if there was no stay. So HDFC reported a pro forma NPA number, which was considerably higher than what was officially reported on the P&L. So maybe Kotak will do something like that as well. We're still waiting to hear what will happen on that, and we'll also update you there. Barring that, that's what the preview kind of looks like. And so far, the stock seems to be holding up quite well. We also have that information that they may be looking to buy out IndusInd Bank, which loan book wise is a similar sized bank. But then again, that was denied by the Hinduja brothers. So a lot going on in the space, a lot of results coming up for banking this week. Keep your eyes out for Kotak Mahindra though.